think of rape culture, I think of a part of society that no one really wants to see.
Incidents or what people hear about on the media.
Rape culture to me is basically a huge double standard in society.
Like, rape culture shouldn't even be a thing.
We've at least identified that there's a problem in our media or in our culture that makes rape sometimes seem acceptable to people doing it.
Dominance has to do with power.
We're in a place in society where rape has been so common that people don't even look at it as such a crazy thing anymore.
For example, in media, we might have an example where a heroic figure, a masculine, let's say, heroic figure, overpowers or dominates a female character, and it's showed as acceptable.
That is unjust, especially within the 21st century. It should not be happening amongst, the men and women of our generation.
I think it occurs mostly like when you're coming out of the club or like the bar.
I think there's a specific location for where rape mostly occurs because I think it's just more documented and there's more coverage on the media for places that are in Western societies.
This is where the victims are most vulnerable.
Local bars.
It's most likely to occur with someone you know or who knows you or something, rather than someone you don't know at all.
Places you least expect it, like the classrooms, malls, workplaces, etc.
Dark alleys in the forests, just anywhere dark.
The person is alone, or maybe if the person is under the influence or of either alcohol or any kind of like drug.
Where not a lot of people tend to pass by, just because people don't want to be seen in the act of it.
I guess in the homes of people.
Places like parties or anywhere where alcohol is involved.
Anywhere quiet, like a dark forest, an alley.
The stereotype is in an alley or something, or somewhere far away from home, but it could also be in the home.
When I hear something like that, it just kind of makes me wonder as to what's really happening, like what's going through someone's mind to think that that kind of act is okay.
It makes me feel scared that even though we're being taught that no means no and that you shouldn't touch a woman the way she wants, like unless she gives you permission to, that men are still doing that to women.
Well, I feel obviously very unsafe.
Afraid for the people I know.
Actually a worry, just because you never know who you're walking around and like every day. You're walking by thousands of people you don't even know.
To be honest, it kind of freaks me out.
I become afraid for the security of my sister, who also goes to the university.
It's very sad to see that a country that brought so much progress to like women's rights and stuff like that would still have these kind of things happening on university ground.
So it's scary because that's the environment we're in right now. It shouldn't be dangerous for a woman to walk alone at night because she shouldn't be scared of getting raped.
Probably say, don't walk alone at night.
Always be in public areas.
Don't let alcohol take advantage of you, kind of thing.
I would say to never walk alone.
I'd probably tell them, to place themselves in scenarios where they have the most control over what is happening around them and not to put themselves in scenarios where they'll possibly be at harm.
As sad as it is, you should carry yourself in a group of girls.
Keep your eyes open, stay on your phone, don't talk to strangers.
Alone to be on the phone, or at least pretend like you're on the phone. There's no actual specific thing you can do since there's no actual typical rape scenario.
Be responsible.
Walk in groups at night, at least.
Oh yeah, and if you leave your drink at the club, and if you come back for it, don't take it because somebody did something to it for sure.
It all starts at home. If you raise your son and our daughter with respect, discipline, that goes a long way.
I wouldn't suggest the whole don't walk alone thing. Of course, that's a major thing that everybody goes to, but I find telling a woman to not walk alone and to always be with a man or a friend or whatever makes the woman seem like she's the one at fault, or she's the one who should be careful for rape or something.
Their children will raise their children, and they will influence their friends, who will influence their brothers and sisters.
Teach the men, because I find in rape culture we always go to the women and say, be careful, don't wear short skirts, don't do this, don't do that, because something might happen to you. But why don't we teach the actual predators?
In a way that we can turn this hidden, twisted culture into something that that won't exist anymore in today's society. So it starts at home.